Hi everyone! In this video, how to install Arch Linux alongside Windows 10. When you're working with a powerful and customizable operating system like Arch Linux, protecting your internet connection is just as important as configuring the system itself. Whether you're downloading packages, accessing repositories, or working on public or unsecured networks, using a trusted VPN helps keep your data private and your connection secure. NordVPN is widely regarded as one of the best VPNs on the market thanks to its strong encryption, fast performance, and excellent Linux support, making it a great companion for Arch Linux users who care about privacy and security. If you want to try NordVPN at a discounted price, you can check out the link in the description right now. It's a limited time offer and comes with a 30-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. So there's zero risk in trying it out before we continue with the installation. First, head over to archlinux.org, click on the download option on the right side, and select a mirror. I'm going to choose the worldwide mirror and download the ISO. Once the download is complete, right-click the
Right-click and
ISO
mount
file
or hit
and mount
enter,
it.
open.
After
You see it
mounting,
come up as the
open
F
it and you'll
drive.
see it appear
And
as
if
a
I
new
right-click
drive.
properties,
If you check its
it's
properties,
about
it's roughly
950
1
megabytes, about
gigabyte
1
in
gig.
size. Next, open Disk Management. Here you'll see your main Windows C drive. I'm going to shrink this drive to make space for Arch Linux. I'll allocate 50 gigabytes for Arch Linux itself and an additional 1 gigabyte for the ISO, making it 51 gigabytes in total. After shrinking the volume, create a new simple volume. Set the size to 1 gigabyte, format it as FAT32, label it as ISO, and complete the process. Now, copy all the contents from the mounted ISO drive into this newly created partition. Once that's done, eject the mounted ISO since it's no longer needed. The partition you just created will appear as a basic data partition, but in some systems it may need to be recognized as an EFI system partition for the BIOS to boot from it correctly. If that's the case, open Command Prompt as an administrator and launch DiskPart. List your disks, select your main disk, list the partitions, and select the 1 gigabyte partition you created. Use the setID command to change it to an EFI system partition. You can always revert it back to a basic data partition later if needed. Once that's done, restart your computer and enter the BIOS. Inside the BIOS, make sure Secure Boot is disabled. In the boot order, you should now see another boot option labeled as a UEFI OS, which corresponds to the Arch Linux files stored on that 1 gigabyte partition. You can confirm this in Windows by opening Command Prompt as an administrator and running the firmware boot entry command. Set this UEFI OS as the first boot option and reboot. Once the system boots, select the Arch Linux install medium. After it loads, check your network connection. If you're on a wired connection, verify that an IP address has been assigned and confirm connectivity by pinging the internet. If you're using Wi-Fi, you can configure it using the Wireless Control utility. List available devices, ensure the wireless interface is powered on, scan for available networks, connect to your network, enter the password, and verify that you've obtained an IP address and internet access. After confirming network connectivity, list your disks and identify the free space you created earlier. Enter the partitioning tool, print the current layout, and create a new EFI partition sized at 512 megabytes. Then create another partition using the remaining space for the root file system. Write the changes and exit. Now launch the Arch installer. Select your mirror region, keep the locale settings at their defaults, and proceed to disk configuration. Choose manual partitioning, select your disk, and configure the new EFI partition with a mount point of Arch boot. Format it, and set the file system to FAT32. Then configure the root partition with the mount point enable formatting and set the file system to ext4. Confirm and exit. Next, enable disk encryption and select LUKS as the encryption type. Choose the root partition for encryption and set a passphrase. For this video, a simple password is used, but you should always choose a strong and secure one. Continue with the bootloader settings and select Grub. Enable swap, Set your host name, configure the root password, and create a new user account with super user privileges. Choose a desktop profile, select KDE Plasma, pick the appropriate graphics drivers for your hardware, enable Pipewire for audio, and keep the default kernel. Add any additional packages you want, such as Firefox. For networking, select Network Manager for graphical management. Set your time zone, enable automatic time synchronization, and proceed with the installation. When prompted to root into the new installation, enter the environment. Check the EFI boot entries and install Grub manually if necessary. After reinstalling Grub, verify that the Arch Linux boot entry appears correctly and is set as the first boot option. Reboot and confirm the system boots into Grub. At this point, Grub will load. Log into Arch Linux, unlock the encrypted root partition, open a terminal, and install the OS detection utility. Edit the Grub configuration file and enable OS detection by removing the comment line. Save the file, run the OS detection tool, and regenerate the Grub configuration. You should now see the Windows Boot Manager detected. Reboot again, and this time you'll see both Arch Linux and Windows in the Grub menu. Select Windows to confirm it boots correctly. One final note. Even though it may seem safe to delete the ISO partition at this point, doing so can sometimes cause boot issues in a dual boot setup. It's best to keep it until you're sure you no longer need the dual boot configuration. And that's it. By the way, if you want to try NordVPN at a discounted price, I've included a link in the description that takes you directly to this limited time offer. It also comes with a 30-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee, so there's zero risk in trying it out. And if you're watching this on your TV, you can scan this QR code with your phone's camera to check out NordVPN.